No, I mean, we're still trying to get our unit cohesive. We've had enough, enough challenges in terms of getting groups together. I think that we've started to find a little bit of a rhythm in our substitution pattern and want to continue to fine tune that.
After Sunday's win, how much were you guys able to just kind of almost exhale a little bit of, I know there's still stuff to play for, but just having gotten in the playoffs, were you guys able to exhale it all a little bit?
Yeah, I think I slept a little bit better Sunday night. Yeah, I mean, I think in a way, just knowing that everything that this group has been through, and the ways in which we've been challenged, and the number of setbacks that we've had, and the number of times that we've had to get back up. I think, it's a testament to this group and their resilience, which we've talked about all year long. But to position ourselves to be in the hunt and then to finally get in, it certainly is a little bit of a relief. And you take that moment to enjoy it, and then it's about focusing on now what we have to do to make a run in the playoffs.
Hey, Coach. Nafisa is out tonight, but if you had to pick the most impressive season between Aja and Nafisa...
Oh, come on now.
Who had the most impact this season?
I think it's really tough because especially when you've had players who have missed a lot of time with injury, I think that makes it really tough. Fisa missed some time with injury, and then Asia and the Aces have kind of surged during that time. I think they both had an incredible season. And AT. I mean, AT continues to have... just when you think that she can't have more triple doubles or her numbers can't get more inflated, they do. And all three of them can also be in for Defensive Player of the Year, right? I mean, all three of them could be up for Defensive Player of the Year as well. But I also think, let's not forget Kelsey Mitchell, right? Like what Kelsey Mitchell has done with this group, and every time we've had a setback, her numbers have just continued to get better. When you think about a player that's been most valuable to their franchise throughout the course of a season, Kelsey Mitchell's name has to be in there as well.
One of the things that stood out about this group has been the hard play of everyone when they are out there. Mm-hmm. Thinking back to the start of the season, how have you seen that develop and become part of that identity that you've talked about?
Yeah, one of the things that I've been impressed with these guys since even the offseason, really the ones that I was able to work out with in the offseason, is how hard they work. There's a work ethic and there's a work style, and to approach everything in the same way, to be so energetic, enthusiastic, and dedicated every day. And I felt that way in training camp too. There weren't any days where I had to bring that out of them. So I think it's the nature of the women that we've brought into this organization to continue to just bust their butts and play hard. And you learn. Some people have it innately, and some people learn how to have that grit and that toughness. And, it's the cliche and the old saying of it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. And, these are things that you have to go through. I often say there's no substitute for experience, and the experience that these guys have had to have to continue to reinvent, to have to continue to find different ways to get back up, and to play through some different struggles is not just paying us dividends this season, but as far as what it's doing for our culture, it's going to pay dividends for many years to come.
That marks the end of one chapter. Did it feel any different driving in, walking in, or at all, given what's at stake?
No, the only thing that was different was I slept a little longer on Sunday night. I slept a little easier. I wasn't up quite as much. But no, not really. I mean, we still have a job to do. Tonight's an important one for us into competing to the standard that we want to be able to play at. Continue to working towards putting 40 minutes together, to continue to working towards our continuity and how we want to play heading into the playoffs.
You talk about the continuity, and you've had all these players come in repeatedly. Was there a time anywhere along the way you were worried about whether they could all blend that easily, as well as it's worked?
Yeah, I don't know about worried as much as our job as coaches is to problem solve, to figure out what it looks like, who can play with whom, and not just who can play with whom and that they complement one another, but that they can read one another, that they can make each other's lives easier, that they understand how to put one another in positions to be successful, that we can still have that same kind of connectedness on both ends of the floor, because just having great players isn't enough. They've got to be able to produce together. And so the challenge, and it's not always seamless, and it doesn't always happen instantaneously, is how we put the best combinations of players together, given the roster that we have, at this moment. And we've said that like 4 or 5 different times. What does it look like at this moment? Then we get new pieces. What does it look like at this moment? And how do we continue to do that?
Hey, Coach, it is Fan Appreciation Night. Can we get just some appreciation to the fans, what they've been able to do, not only here in the building, but from the views, from the radio, just from walking down the street, what this fan base means to you?
I mean, it's just Indiana basketball fans in general are the best fans in the world. Fever fans, and the fans, especially they think about the ones who continue to turn out night in and night out. People often ask me, like, what's the difference in this time around versus last time around? It's like, well, you can't walk down the street. It's just a different level of fandom, and they've been incredible in terms of showing up. They've been incredible in terms of support. They've understood, what this group has gone through, and they've continued to help us navigate through it. And it's just it's a special place, and this is a special group of people that there's a lot of OGs that were here since day one, that I continue to get to see. And that makes it special for me, from the time that I was a player in our inaugural season to now, that there is a group of people who have been along for the ups and downs of this franchise. And it's amazing. They deserve their shout outs too.